Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well. The other day me and Dad were out and about, had to run some errands, and one of the places we had to go by has quite a large cemetery that we have to pass, and when we was going by there's actually quite a few people out there. Well, I mean there's people out there, but these were the live people. And I noticed what they was doing is what we call in the South a decoration. So they was at their loved ones' graves and all, and they were putting out flowers and all the arrangements and everything else to gussy them up and pretty them up. And that was kind of foreign to me growing up because we never did really do it. But I did attend one time. I was dating a young lady and she asked me to go, and of course I went. And it was hot as it could be, and I was fighting little dragons the whole time. By little dragons, I mean fire ants, because that's what fire ants are. They're little dragons. They feel like a dragon burning you when you get bit. So fighting heat and fighting fire ants was not for me, and I ain't never done that again. I ain't gonna do that again. So if you ask me to go to one, I ain't gonna do it. I love you, but I ain't gonna do it. But seeing the cemetery made me think too of actually our recent loss of my mama Dee. Not been too long now, but I'm at peace with it, and I know she is much better off. She's far better off than what she is here. She's funny, smart, witty lady. But she's at peace now, which is good. I got to think about some of the funny stuff and memories that I got to have with her. Because I try to think of funny all the time, of course. Like I said, she was a godly woman. She knew the Bible for sure. And she could quote it to you in a quick second if she needed to. And this first story originates around church, of course. It was a Sunday night or a Wednesday night one, I think. Can't really remember, but I was down to lead singing, so I went up to go get a songbook to get numbers and make sure I had stuff right. And I was walking up to the front, and all of a sudden I hear, "Wow!" And I'm like, what in the world? And I mean, one, you hear a yell, you're going to turn. Two, you hear a yell in church, you're really going to turn because you're thinking, what in the world? And one of the older ladies was up front, and she hollered out, "Oh, there's a snake." Now, time out, disclaimer here. We are not the snake handling church. I love those folks, but they're crazy. But anyways, yes, so a snake occurrence in our building was not a normal event. And my grandmother, or Mama Dee, her being one that ain't scared of nothing, she's like, "Snake, what?" And she's like, "Here, hold this." And by hold this, I mean her hat, because she always have some type of hat on. So she goes walking up there, she's like, "Oh, that ain't nothing." She starts to stomping and the dancing on her head. Another disclaimer here, we're not the dancing type church either. We're pretty humble when it comes into worship. So after she's done danced her little two-step on this little snake's head, and done her little serpent killing, she just grabs it up, walks out back of the church building, and just flings her on out the back. She's like, "I'll take my hat now." And then we had a rest of a pretty good service that night. She was also a pretty proper and a very polite woman as well. And we were actually at a funeral this next time, or a viewing one. It was of my Papa Dee's brother, which would be Mama Dee's husband, Papa Dee. And we were all there, and services going on, visiting and stuff like that. Well, nature decided to hit Mama D during that service. So when nature calls, you answer that call or you're not going to like the result at all. So she gets up to go answer it. And you know, if you ever had one of them times where nature's calling and you're holding, but you're losing that battle? Well, she started losing that battle down the hall. And every step, you know, you've ever had one of those, every step, your relief is coming out. So every step is just every step. And it was progressively getting louder as the poor lady went. So, needless to say, folks started turning to like, what in the world? And we done know what it was, so we're already trying to hold back laughter anyway. So it's kind of a good event that turning our frowns were getting turned upside down from my grandmother almost browning her gown there. But she finally made it to the bathroom there. And last one, we're pretty much dog people. We love dogs, have dogs around all the time. And of course, if you got dogs, guess what? You got dog food. Duh. So Dad had bought a big pack of dog food and he was filling up the dog's container. He was filling on up and he got full. He thought, well, I got some left over here. And he grabbed up another little container that we had and filled her on up. Well, Dad, he's a good cook and experimenter in the kitchen. And he makes some really good parched peanuts and just baked peanuts and some really good spiced pecans too. And Grandmother, knowing this, that he cooks and stuff, sees this container that's on the counter. So she sees walk up to it, not thinking of nothing, and we hadn't told anybody yet because it hadn't really happened to tell. And she pops open the lid and grabs a handful and proceeds to pop a good handful in her mouth. And she starts her crunching, munching down, and by this time we've realized, oh no. And before we can say anything, she's done at the same, just spitting it all out. And we're like, no, that was dog food. Mom D, I'm sorry, that's dog food. And she turns around and her serious, but kind of, she's not thinking that, no, that's pretty funny. Funny look. And she looked at my dad, and my dad's name's Anthony, but we call him Andy and stuff. Or she did. She goes, well, Andy, I knew that them were the nastiest peanuts I'd ever eaten before in my life. And we all started laughing at that, too. But it's good to think about funny memories and stuff that you have with folks. Towards the end, she was pretty bad, like I said, so she's at peace now. But too, she was, like I said, she was a very witty woman. She kept it kind of to the end, but she's lost a lot because she had dementia. But her son was visiting her while she was in the hospital close to the end. And he was there with her, and Mom and they were talking, and she, Mom and Dad said, you got a awfully pretty shirt on there, son. And he's like, yeah, I know, it is pretty, ain't it? He goes, that's my pretty woman shirt. I get the pretty women with this. And she looked at him serious, sarcastic, kind of stern look. And she's just like, you're gonna need more than that, son. So she could still get you pretty much in the end. But like I said, it's funny to look back and think back at the times you have with people. Because time's a very precious thing, and it's gone before you know it, and it's definitely finite on this earth. Beyond, though, there is some greatness, but we only see the finite because that's all our minds can just grab a hold of. But anyways, hope y'all got a laugh out of that too. And I'm sure you got some funny stories with your family and stuff, and cherish them for sure. If you got any sharing with me, I'd love to hear it. And like I said, I hope it made you laugh and smile. And share it if it did. And hopefully we can make someone else laugh and smile too. But anyways, I love y'all, and I'll catch you on the next one.